Absolute pleasure to welcome Prince of Tuscany, Sandor Habsburg-Lothringen at the CC Forum in Paris. What's your contribution to the forum? I know you know Max for so long.
Yes, so the question I usually answer is because Max has a great ability for organizing CC Forum and bringing really excellent people who I would say have the heart in the right place. We all believe in sustainability. We believe that we have to improve our environment. We believe we have to improve our social activities, and that we should return back to a set of values, which means to have respect, not only for people, but respect for nature and the respect of how we work together.
And I know that you do run a range of impactful projects in Ukraine and the rest of the world through your NGO. Could you please elaborate on this?
Yeah, so we have different areas of activity. We have an NGO with headquarters in Vienna. It's known as the Association for Furtherance of Peace. It gives an award known as the Flame of Peace, and it is my wife, Herta Margareta, who's the president of this organization, and we are a philanthropic networking organization which does ground root aid. We do a lot in Ukraine. We have been assisting Ukraine now for more than 14 years, so it's a very well-established organization. So when the present crisis took place, we were in a good position to coordinate and organizing help transport into Ukraine. The organization is maybe very particular because all of the activities in Ukraine is done by Ukrainians. So Austrians, Italians, whoever, we are collecting the necessary aid. We are supplying all the aid. Most of it is in kind, but of course it's medical supplies, medical equipment for civilian and for military hospitals. We bring it all to Uzhgorod, or the Ungva for the Hungarians, and then it is distributed by the Ukrainian network to all of the places where it needs to go.
And the sustainability starts with all of us here and today. What would be one major advice you would give to our audience to incorporate a more sustainable way of living?
To stop and think, to reflect upon what is important to him or her, and to only focus on those things that give you value. Don't be distracted by advertising. If you need something, think about what you really want, what you will really enjoy, and make sure you have that, because when you have that, what you enjoy, you will suddenly not have this need to do all these other things that society is trying to tell you you have to do it. So it's like, by the boys I would talk about cars, by ladies, I don't know, maybe a nice handbag. If you find that one handbag that you cherish, that might be more expensive, but if you save and you buy that handbag, then this will be special to you. It will give you value.
So less is more, and to choose more pieces that we would invest, timeless pieces, and
Yes.
To slow down the fast consumption.
Yes, because if you do this, when I do economic presentations, I usually make a more not so beautiful example. I say, if I am a family and I need a table and 4 chairs, I can go to a carpenter and he will make me a nice chair, 4 chairs and a table, solid, the way I will like it, how I will cherish, and I will keep it. And it probably will serve me and many generations. Alternatively, I can go to some big chain. I buy a table, 4 chairs. It's going to be maybe seem cheap, inexpensive. I will take it home, but I will have no great value. It will break. I will throw it away, and I will buy it again and again and again. And then it will become very expensive. It would have been much cheaper to go to the carpenter. And this consumerism is producing all the problems. It is taking too much natural resources, and it's producing a lot of trash. Going to the carpenter is not producing trash, and it's not exploiting nature nor human resources. If this to your question, this is the answer. To become conscious of that what we need. You know, sometimes people go, look at this guy, he's so rich. How did he get rich? This is the secret. Because the little bit you have suddenly goes a much, much, much longer way and you have more satisfaction and more joy. You know, people don't realize that, you know, you can only eat so much, you can only wear so many clothes, you can only use so much. So why not use that what you really enjoy and forget all the rest?
But you have the advantage of your family heritage, so this is inborn in your genetics, and it's very thrilling that you are sharing with the younger generation who are into fast consumption. So that heritage that you embody with your family roots is very important to translate and share and bring up the consciousness of the Generation Z.
But it's teaching. You know, genes might have an effect where I think we all agree that some genes are there, but it's the teaching. It's that what your parents have taught you. And if your parents aren't teaching you, the school should be teaching you. And unfortunately, these systems are no longer teaching the young people to think. We shouldn't be telling them how to do it, but we want to teach them how to learn, how to think, and how to make decisions for themselves. How to keep their feet on the ground, how to stay in contact with reality.
Thank you so much. We had the Prince of Tuscany, Sandor Habsburg, at the CC Forum in Paris. It's been a pleasure having a conversation with you with so much insight and valuable information.
A great pleasure. Un grand plaisir, madame. Merci.
Merci, and a lot of success.